Aloha team, good morning. Coach Emily here with your pumpkin spice workout for today. So we're changing it up a little bit today. We're doing a yoga and Pilates based workout. So no equipment needed for this. This is more of a refreshing workout. So yes, it will have some tough parts, but meant to kind of calm you down and give you a little bit more of an energy boost for your day. Okay, so we're doing 40 seconds on and then a 20-second rest period between each exercise. All right, so go ahead and have a mat ready for this. We're doing 5 moves in our standing sequence and then 5 moves on our mat sequence. All right, so we're starting out in a warrior 1 pose. We're going from warrior 1 to warrior 3, and we're going to alternate legs as we do this. So 40 seconds. I have a stopwatch here with me. You can use your phone or whatever you have handy for this one. All right, so we're starting out in kind of a high lunge. You can be a warrior 1 or a high lunge. And then we're coming down, shift onto one leg, balance, bring it back. Arms come up, balance, okay. And then alternating. So you can do 1 or 2 at a time. I kind of like to do these in 2s. Reach, release, switch. Okay, so with these, we're really thinking about keeping our bodies and just a nice straight line all the way through. Okay, so if you can get your upper body and that leg parallel to the ground. Okay, but if you can't go quite that far, it's totally okay if that's as far as you go today. All right, so take it at your own pace, do what you can do. So that's 40 seconds. Take a rest, okay? Stretch in between, breathe if you need to. Okay, so number 2 is a chair pose with side twists. So I'm gonna set my pumpkin down for this one. All right, so hands can come to heart center. We're sitting back almost into a squat. Okay, and then arms up high, so triceps to ears. So that's gonna be our starting position. So it'll be a breath in to our chair pose, breath out, twist. 1 breath to that side. Breath in, bring it back. Breath out, second side. Okay, so you might have a small twist here. If you have the mobility, you can bring that elbow to the thigh. Okay, so we're releasing in between. Side 2. Ooh, and you should be able to really feel this one in your quads. It's 35 seconds. Ooh, okay, and release. Okay, so quick rest in between that. Shake it out. That was kind of hard on the quads. So if you feel it in the quads, butt kicks, quad stretches in between are totally appropriate. Okay, number 3 will be a goddess pose, adding a squat. Okay, so almost like a star position here. So we're going to come down, wide squat, breath in, breath out. Okay, we've got 40 seconds. So option 1 is to do this with feet flat on the ground. Option 2, come up to your tiptoes and balance. So that's really going to work your inner thighs, especially if you come up on those tiptoes. So we got about 15 more seconds left of these. And this practice is going to be all about the breath. So trying to move with your breath. Big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, last one. And release. Okay, so we have a couple of balances next. Super similar to what we just did. We're adding a side bend into it. So similar to treat a star, but we're opening up more to one side. So instead of just staying straight, side bend, open to the right, bring it in. So we've got 40 seconds on the right. And then we'll repeat 40 seconds on the left. So lots of balance today. Last one, release. Shake it out. You can rest in between these if you need. Same thing. Second side reach, release. Open and close. And it helps with these balances to find a focal point, right? So stare at something. Keep your gaze there. It should keep you from falling over. Last couple, open and close. Woo, and release. Okay, so last exercise in our standing sequence, you guys should be more familiar with, we're just holding a wall sit. So 40 seconds. If that becomes too much, you can come out, walk the legs out, stretch, and then come back into your wall sit. Okay, but we're doing 40 seconds on. So starting out, couple inches away from your wall, set it down, and hold. Okay, so while you're here trying to pull the belly in toward the spine so you have a nice flat back against the wall, and breathe. So a lot of quads, a lot of glutes today. So about 20 seconds in, I usually really start to feel these. So depending on your quad strength, it might take less time or more time. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Oh, okay, so get some water, stretch if you need. We're going to go ahead and bring it down to our mat. And then this next one will be another exercise where we do 40 seconds on each side. So I'm going to give you guys two options for this one. So option one is coming into a full side plank. Okay, so I'm going to start on my right side. And then option two will be a side plank with the knee down. So we're coming down to the elbow. This is going to be your modification. Side plank, leg lift. Okay, if you're super strong, you can come up into a full side plank. Woo, and lift and bring it down. Okay, so I'm going to do the modification for this one. Modified side plank up on the elbow, so we're stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders, lift, release. Okay, so this top hand, I like to keep on my hip, but if you need some additional stability help, place that hand on the mat. Just make sure you're not sinking down. Okay, I know I tend to do that, so that's why I like to keep this arm up here. Big deep breaths as we go. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then once you've done that first side, go ahead and switch. So if you did the modification on the first side, go ahead and take that same modification on the second side. So coming down to the elbows and the forearms, lift up the hips and raise. So this is my weaker side. So when I do these, I tend to have to take a couple breaks. So I'll do a few, bring it down, bring it up. So if that's the case for you too, modify these as you need. All right, last few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So like I said, the left side really burns for me, so I can really feel that one toward the end. Okay, from here, two options. Both of them require you to be in a down dog position. So bringing it over, starting from all fours, and then flipping the toes, bringing it up. Okay, so advanced version is going to be to lift one leg and find handstand hops. Okay, if you already have handstand in your practice, feel free to go ahead and bring it all the way up into that. Otherwise, practice those hops. If you try that and it's too much for you, we're just alternating leg lifts for 40 seconds. So this one is your modification for the day. All right, final stretch here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring it down. Water if you need it. From here, go ahead and bring it down to your bellies. So we're dropping it down. And then leg raises. So we're doing this from a froggy position. So knees are going to come slightly out, feet together. And then we're squeezing the glutes. Super slight lift in our knees. And now this is, you can lower your head and neck. So if you have a pillow or cushion, bring it down. All right, so really big lift. Nice squeeze of the glutes at the top here. Last few. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, you guys, so after those frog leg lifts, we have 2 exercises left to finish out our back sequence. Okay, so just one more kind of tough one, and then last one I'll give you guys a break. It's going to be more restorative than anything. Okay, so number 4 is in yoga called Chaturanga. So it's essentially a half push-up sequence down to a down dog. Okay, so starting in that down dog, option 1 is to roll it down to a plank, hug the elbows in, half push-up, release, breath in, find a little baby back bend here, breath out, down dog. Okay, option 2, roll to that plank, drop the knees, come down on the knees, scoop, down dog. Okay, and we're just repeating, engaging the core on our plank, getting a little bit of shoulder strength as we go. So 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. Making sure you don't drop your hips too much in this plank, so being mindful. All right, guys, we got one more here. And then take a child's pose. Okay, so the last one is not quite as tough. We're just alternating child's pose and down dog. So finding that child's pose, big breath in, tabletop, breath out, down dog. Breath in, tabletop, breath out, child's pose. All right, guys, last one of the day. Tabletop, down dog, bring it back. Woo, okay. And then when you get to your last child's pose, hang out here just a moment. Reach your fingertips forward, stretch out the shoulders. And we'll just take 3 big breaths here together, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last big breath. All right, guys, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this workout as much as I did. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their week. Please let me know if you do have any questions. For your cool down after this workout, I would recommend a lying cool down since you are already here, and just get that extra flexibility in the back and the lower body. All right, thank you guys very much. I'll talk to you soon.